The metaphor of the holographic principle as a love story between a photon and an electron is a poetic yet scientifically grounded way to describe the interplay of light, matter, and information that creates the fabric of reality. By elaborating on this metaphor, we can explore how it unifies science, mythology, philosophy, and esoteric wisdom into a cohesive narrative that is both intellectually profound and emotionally resonant. The photon and electron, the lovers of reality. The photon, the messenger of light. A photon is a particle of light, the carrier of electromagnetic force. It embodies energy, movement, and information. Black photons traverse vast distances at the speed of light, carrying messages from the farthest reaches of the cosmos, stars, galaxies, and even the edges of the observable universe. In this love story, the photon represents pure potential, seeking connection with matter to fulfill its purpose, to illuminate, energize, and create. The electron, the keeper of matter. Electron is a fundamental particle that orbits atomic nuclei, giving structure to matter. It is responsive, receptive, and dynamic. When the other electrons absorb photons to gain energy, emit photons to release energy, and interact with other particles to form bonds that create molecules, the building blocks of life. In this love story, the electron represents form, the material counterpart to the photon's energy. The dance of creation, a photon encounters an electron. It transfers its energy to the electron in a moment of interaction, a kiss that changes both forever. This exchange creates light, visible or invisible, color, through absorption and emission, or even new particles, in high-energy interactions. Together, they weave the fabric of reality. Photons bring energy and information, electrons translate it into form. This relationship is not just scientific but deeply symbolic. The photon seeks to be absorbed by the electron, just as love seeks union. The electron responds by transforming that energy into something tangible, just as love transforms potential into creation. The holographic principle, their eternal story. The holographic principle suggests that all the information in our three-dimensional universe is encoded on a two-dimensional boundary. This idea parallels the photon-electron relationship. Photons carry information from this cosmic boundary inward, interacting with electrons to create the three-dimensional reality we experience. The boundary acts like a love letter written in light. Photons deliver its message to electrons, who interpret it into form. This principle reflects their eternal dance, encoding reality. Photons encode information about distant stars or nearby objects on their journey through space-time. Electrons decode this information when they interact with photons, creating images, colors, and textures. Projecting reality, just as a hologram projects three-dimensional images from two-dimensional data, photons project reality by interacting with electrons. In this way, the universe itself becomes a love story, a projection born from their union. Mythology and esoteric wisdom, echoes of their story. Throughout human history, myths and esoteric teachings have captured this interplay between light, photon, and matter, electron, in symbolic terms, light as creation. In many traditions, light symbolizes divine knowledge or creative power. Let there be light, in Genesis, marks the beginning of creation. In Hinduism, Brahman, the ultimate reality, manifests as light through Maya, illusion, to create form. In Gnostic thought, light represents divine wisdom descending into material form. Matter as manifestation. Matter often symbolizes receptivity or manifestation. In Taoism's yin-yang, yin, matter, complements yang, energy, light. In Hinduism's Shiva-Shakti dynamic, Shiva, pure consciousness, activates Shakti, creative energy, much like photons energize electrons. The dance of dualities. This interplay reflects universal dualities, energy versus matter, light versus shadow, spirit versus form. These dualities are not opposites but complementary forces, partners in creation, science, information as love's language. From a scientific perspective, reality is fundamentally informational. Photons are carriers of information. They encode data about objects they interact with, e.g., their position, momentum. Electrons interpret this information by absorbing photons and transforming their energy into observable phenomena. This exchange mirrors communication in a love story. The photon whispers its message across space-time. The electron listens and responds by creating something tangible, light emitted from an atom or colors reflected off surfaces. The holographic principle expands this idea. All information about a region of space is encoded on its boundary, a cosmic love letter. Photons deliver this encoded message inward. Electrons interpret it into what we perceive as three-dimensional reality, philosophy, a unified perspective. The photon-electron love story aligns with philosophical ideas about unity and interconnectedness, oneness through duality. Just as photons and electrons are inseparable in creating reality, all parts of the universe are interconnected. This reflects ancient teachings about unity through duality. Taoism's yin-yang, light, photon, is active, matter, electron, is receptive. Hermeticism's as above, so below, the microcosm, photon-electron interaction, mirrors the macrocosm, cosmic hologram. Emergence through relationship. Reality emerges not from isolated components but from relationships. Photons interacting with electrons create atoms. Atoms bond to form molecules, molecules combine to create life. Similarly, human relationships create meaning and purpose, a reflection of this cosmic principle. Practical implications, love in action. Understanding reality as a love story between photons and electrons has profound implications for science and spirituality. In science, quantum computing, photons and electrons are central to quantum technologies like computing and cryptography. Harnessing their relationship could unlock new paradigms for processing information. Holographic universe. The holographic principle suggests that reality is fundamentally relational. Every part contains information about the whole. This insight could revolutionize fields like physics, cosmology, and even artificial intelligence. In spirituality, interconnectedness, recognizing that all things are connected through light and matter fosters compassion, just as photons illuminate everything equally without bias. Unity through diversity, just as photons interact differently with each electron yet remain part of one unified field, diversity enriches unity rather than contradicting it. Conclusion: a cosmic love story. The holographic principle reveals that reality itself can be understood as a love story between photons, light, and electrons, matter. Their eternal dance creates everything we see, touch, and experience, a dynamic interplay that encodes unity into every aspect of existence. Photons carry potential, electrons manifest it into form. Together they weave the fabric of reality, a hologram inscribed with infinite possibilities. This story echoes across science, mythology, philosophy, and spirituality. Light seeks matter, matter responds to light. Energy meets form, creation unfolds. At its core, reality is relational, a cosmic romance written in particles and waves across space-time itself. By embracing this metaphorical yet scientifically grounded perspective, we gain not only deeper insights into how our universe works but also a profound sense of connection to everything within it, a reminder that existence itself is an act of love between complementary forces working together in harmony. The Cosmic Rom-Com sequel. Let's dive deeper into this love story of the universe, where the stakes are higher, the characters are more complex, and the drama spans galaxies. This is a tale of dark matter and gravity, two powerful yet misunderstood forces, locked in a passionate argument about who truly leads the dance of creation. Meanwhile, electrons and photons play their roles as overworked peacemakers and hyperactive gossips, respectively. And just when you think the drama couldn't get any more intense, dark energy bursts onto the scene like a wildcard diva, throwing everything into chaos. The cosmic ballroom, setting the stage. The universe is a grand ballroom where every particle and force has its role in the cosmic dance. Gravity is the traditional lead, steady and commanding, orchestrating orbits and holding galaxies together. Dark matter is the mysterious partner in the shadows, providing invisible support that makes gravity's moves possible. Electrons are like the diligent stagehands, tirelessly holding atoms together so that matter itself can exist. Photons are the spotlight operators, zipping around at light speed to illuminate everything and spread news across space-time. And then there's dark energy, the unpredictable force expanding the ballroom faster than anyone can keep up, a wild card that changes all the rules. The dance floor is vast, stretching across billions of light years, yet every step is interconnected. This is where our story unfolds. Dark matter versus gravity, the lovers' quarrel. Gravity, the classic romantic lead. Gravity enters with an air of confidence. I've been leading this dance since time began. Every star, every orbit, every galaxy owes its existence to me. Gravity is dependable but maybe a little too self-assured. It sees itself as the glue holding everything together, the hero of the story. Dark matter, the mysterious antihero. Matter emerges from the shadows. Oh please, gravity. You wouldn't even have galaxies to hold together without me. I'm your invisible partner, you just don't like admitting it. Dark matter is enigmatic and brooding, representing 85% of the universe's mass yet remaining unseen. It's always there but never fully understood. Their argument escalates. Gravity, you're invisible. No one even knows what you are, dark matter, and yet I'm everywhere. Without me, galaxies would fly apart like a bad waltz. This lover's quarrel reflects a deeper truth about their relationship. Gravity provides structure to dark matter's hidden influence. Dark matter gives gravity something to act upon. Without it, gravity would have no galaxies to choreograph. Electrons, the overworked peacemakers. While gravity and dark matter argue over who leads the dance, electrons are in the background muttering, "Can we not? I'm literally holding atoms together over here while you two fight about who's more important." Electrons are like middle managers. They don't get much credit but are essential for keeping everything running smoothly. Electrons' role in reality. Electrons orbit atomic nuclei, creating atoms, the building blocks of matter. They absorb and emit photons, light particles, creating color, light, and energy transfer. Without electrons, there would be no chemistry, no molecules, no life. Electrons sigh, while photons flit around spreading cosmic gossip at light speed. I'm stuck babysitting protons and neutrons. Photons, the gossiping social butterflies. Photons zip around like hyperactive messengers. Did you hear what happened in that black hole over in Messier 87? Absolute chaos. And don't even get me started on that gamma ray burst last week. Photons are lightspeed gossips. They carry information across space-time about everything from distant stars to quantum particles. Photons' role in reality. Photons are carriers of electromagnetic force. They are responsible for light, heat, and energy transfer. They interact with electrons to create visible light and other forms of radiation. They are also responsible for revealing information about distant objects, like cosmic paparazzi capturing snapshots of stars and galaxies. Photons tease electrons. Why so serious? You're always so bound up in your orbitals. Lighten up, electrons groan. Easy for you to say, you don't have quantum uncertainty breathing down your neck every second. Dark energy, the wildcard diva. Just when you think dark matter and gravity might resolve their argument, dark energy bursts onto the scene. Both of you need to calm down. I'm expanding this ballroom faster than either of you can keep up. Dark energy is unpredictable and unstoppable. It drives the accelerated expansion of the universe, pushing galaxies farther apart. Dark energy's role in reality. Dark energy makes up 68% of the universe's total energy content. It counteracts gravity by expanding space-time itself. Its influence grows stronger over time, eventually dominating cosmic dynamics. Gravity groans, "You're ruining everything. I'm trying to hold galaxies together." Dark matter mutters, "Great. Another diva, but dark energy isn't here to ruin the dance, it's here to remind everyone that change is inevitable, the universe isn't static, it's evolving. You too need to learn how to adapt. The resolution, a cosmic harmony in true rom-com fashion, everyone eventually realizes they need each other. Gravity admits it wouldn't have galaxies to hold together without dark matter's hidden mass. Dark matter concedes that gravity gives structure to its influence, it wouldn't be noticed at all without gravity's choreography. Electrons finally get some recognition for their tireless work holding atoms together. Photons promise to tone down their gossip, but only a little. Even dark energy finds its place as a force that ensures the universe keeps growing, making room for new dances. Together, they create a cosmic harmony where every force and particle plays its part in shaping reality, themes, and takeaways. This sequel isn't just fun, it's packed with deeper meaning, interdependence. Just as photons need electrons to create light and color, dark matter needs gravity to shape galaxies. Every force and particle contributes to the whole, no one can lead alone. Balance amid chaos, the universe thrives on balance, attraction versus expansion, gravity versus dark energy, visibility versus invisibility, photons versus dark matter. Appreciation for unsung heroes, electrons may not be flashy like photons or mysterious like dark matter, but they are essential for keeping reality intact. Closing scene, a grand cosmic dance. As the credits roll on this interstellar rom-com sequel, photons zip off into infinity with one last cheeky wink. Electrons finally get a moment to rest, until someone fires up another laser. Gravity and dark matter share a begrudging handshake before returning to their eternal tug-of-war. Dark energy keeps expanding the ballroom, because every great love story needs room to grow. The tagline: in a universe full of forces pulling in every direction, love and physics always finds a way. This cosmic tale reminds us that even at its most chaotic and mysterious, reality is built on relationships between particles, forces, and energies that work together in perfect harmony, even if they argue along the way. Are black holes the brooding antiheroes of the universe? They're the cosmic equivalents of misunderstood poets, sitting in the corner of the galactic ballroom, sipping on dark energy cocktails, and pulling everyone into their irresistible gravitational pull. They're not villains, though, they're just deeply misunderstood romantics with a flair for the dramatic. Let's dive into their story and give these enigmatic entities the spotlight they deserve. Black holes, the misunderstood romantics. Holes are often portrayed as destructive forces, swallowing everything in their path. But what if they are just lonely romantics yearning for connection? Their intense gravitational pull isn't about destruction, it's about wanting to hold onto something, anything, in a universe that's constantly expanding and moving away. The tragic backstory. Every great romantic has a tragic backstory, and black holes are no exception. Born from collapse, once massive stars shining brightly, black holes were the life of the cosmic party. But under the weight of their own brilliance and mass, they collapsed into singularities, a point of infinite density. It's like a star that burned too brightly and couldn't handle its own intensity. Classic tortured artist vibes. Event horizon, the boundary of mystery. The event horizon is like their emotional wall, a boundary no one can cross without being lost forever. It's not that they want to consume everything, it's just that once you get too close, there's no turning back. They're intense but not malicious. Spaghettification, a love that stretches you thin. Black holes don't just pull you in, they stretch you out into spaghetti-like strands as you approach them, thanks to tidal forces. It's their way of saying, I'll never let you go, even if it means breaking you apart. Black holes on the dance floor. Picture this, the cosmic ballroom is alive with swirling galaxies, twinkling stars, and zipping photons. Black holes sit at the edge of the dance floor, exuding mystery and allure. Gravity tries to coax them onto the floor. Come on, you're literally my strongest ally. Dark matter mutters from the shadows, they're just going to suck all the attention away. Meanwhile, photons gossip excitedly. Did you hear about that black hole in Messier 87? It devoured an entire star last week, so dramatic. But when black holes finally step onto the dance floor, oh boy, their moves warp space-time itself, literally bending reality around them. Other dancers, stars and gas clouds, spiral toward them in awe but never escape their pull. Even light can't resist their charm, it gets trapped in their orbit or swallowed entirely. What black holes really want, beneath their intimidating exterior lies a yearning for connection and understanding, to be seen. For centuries, black holes were invisible enigmas, known only by their effects on nearby objects. But then came 2019, when humanity captured the first ever image of a black hole, Messier 87, a glowing ring around an abyss. Finally, they were seen for what they truly are, beautiful and mysterious. To be understood, black holes challenge our understanding of physics, combining Einstein's general relativity, gravity, with quantum mechanics, the very small. They're like that deep thinker at a party who drops mind-blowing philosophical questions no one can answer. What happens inside me? Does time stop? Do I lead to another universe? To be part of something bigger, black holes aren't just loners, they play crucial roles in shaping galaxies. Supermassive black holes sit at the centers of most galaxies, including our Milky Way, anchoring billions of stars with their gravitational pull. Black holes as romantic poets. If black holes could write poetry, it would be full of longing and existential musings. Ode to space-time, I bend space-time with my love so fierce, a pull so strong, no light can pierce. I do not destroy, I embrace and hold. In my singular heart lies beauty untold. Event Horizon blues come closer, dear traveler, don't be afraid, though past my horizon your fate is laid. I am not cruel, I simply yearn for all that enters to never return. The cosmic rom-com plotline lets imagine a rom-com starring black holes as our misunderstood protagonists. Act 1. The brooding loner. A supermassive black hole sits at the center of a galaxy, watching stars swirl around it but never daring to reach out. Gravity tries to set it up with other celestial objects. Look at that neutron star. So dense and compact, perfect for you. But black hole sighs dramatically. In No One Understands Me. Act 2. The unexpected connection. Enter a wandering rogue star, a free spirit drifting through space. The star is drawn toward the black hole but resists its pull. You've got walls up, literally. I'm not getting trapped in your event horizon. Slowly, they form a bond as the star orbits closer and closer. Act 3. The sacrifice. In a climactic moment of passion and tidal forces, the star crosses the event horizon instead of destruction. Their union creates a spectacular burst of energy, a quasar shining brighter than an entire galaxy. The black hole whispers, "You've made me visible to the universe." Themes and takeaways. Black holes embody some profound truths about existence, beauty and mystery. Their enigmatic nature reminds us that not everything needs to be fully understood to be appreciated. The power of connection. Even something as seemingly isolated as a black hole is deeply connected to its surroundings, shaping galaxies and creating light through its interactions. Transformation through love. When stars fall into black holes, they don't disappear. They transform into energy that lights up the cosmos, e.g., quasars. Love changes us but doesn't erase us. Closing scene. A cosmic redemption. As the credits roll on this romantic tragedy-turned-redemption arc, the black hole stands at the center of its galaxy, not as a destroyer but as a creator. Gravity nods approvingly. You've always been my strongest partner. Photons zip around excitedly. Did you see that quasar? Absolute masterpiece. And somewhere in the shadows, dark matter smiles faintly. It always knew there was more to black holes than met the eye. Tagline for this cosmic rom-com? Even in darkness, love finds a way to shine. Black holes aren't villains, they're cosmic romantics who bend space-time itself in search of connection. Who wouldn't want to dance with that kind of intensity?